my embroidery friends. It's Kelly, the embroidery nurse. What I've not been doing much of is embroidery. I just wanted to pop on and say hey and just kind of see where you're at. How are things going? Have things changed for you guys in the world of embroidery? Have your businesses slowed down, picked up? Do you have a new product that's like a amazing new bestseller? Have you struggled with getting products, getting blanks? Have you struggled with tariffs? Have you struggled with your inventory? Y'all, tell me all the things. We're getting ready to be in the busiest season when it comes to embroidery, is what I always felt like, the holiday season. That's just a time where a lot of folks get individualized gifts and whatnot. It was always my biggest season. So what I've not been doing is embroidery, and it's been, kind of life-changing a bit to have truly stepped away from something that was part of my life, day in and day out. I do plan on getting back into embroidery in the sense of I would love to help teach those that are new to the amazing craft of embroidery. What I don't intend to do, you never say the word never, because that's when things, change quickly. But selling blanks is something that I have completely stopped. I just had to have some serious coming to Jesus moments and realize that it really was not, for me personally, worth the time and investment that I was putting into it. While I love sourcing things, I love finding new products, I love being able to, share those with other not companies, but, embroidery businesses. I loved that part of it. But what I didn't like is having to deal with suppliers, having to, have just such uncertainty when you're dealing with things overseas. When tariffs came about, I was like, oh, heck to the no. I'm not paying more than what I was already paying. Dealing with shipping, dealing with, I'm not going to throw selling blanks under the bus completely, because I did really enjoy it while I did it. But like I said, looking at the bigger picture, truly, I'm happier now to have let it go. But it has been a big change for me. And sometimes when something, is, I don't know, I feel like sometimes my brain just kind of shut down completely when I decided to stop. And I also closed my Etsy shop. I never opened that back up. Y'all, I haven't even turned my machines on. I have not turned my machines on since before summertime. I think the last time they were on was probably sometime in May. So we're in October now. That's a long time. Like, y'all, they haven't even been turned on. Even to the fact that I have a baby gift that I want to embroider for my old nanny, and it's still sitting here, and I'm pretty sure the baby's 2 months old now. Even something simple like that, I completely shut down when it came to embroidery. I think it's a loss to me, like, it's something that I put so much heart and soul into, and it hard to walk away, but I knew I needed to. I knew the time and the energy that I was giving to both, my Etsy shop and then selling blanks was really taking out more of me than I was giving in. So, when you say benefits outweigh the risk, this time it wasn't. The benefits did not outweigh the negatives that I was experiencing when it came to both Etsy and selling blanks. I won't say that I will never do Etsy again. I did enjoy Etsy. Etsy is it is truthfully what started my business. And it's how I was able to grow to a full-time embroidery business. But y'all probably, if you've sold on Etsy for a while, it kind of goes through, huge changes from time to time. And one was just the client base. I feel like has changed over the years. The expectations of clients and customers really changed over the years. And I was kind of just needing to get out of that negativity. Someone throwing out a 1-star review because they decided to order something last minute for their child and it didn't arrive on time. Well, I could have told you when you ordered it wasn't going to arrive on time. That wasn't on me. I delivered what I said I was going to deliver when I said it would be delivered. Or people just getting in a tizzy, or something was delivered and they're telling me it wasn't and they want a full refund. Or just, I don't know. I just started dealing with so much negativity. And recognizing that I started embroidery really just for something fun, because I love crafting and it was a new craft for me. And I think I grew a craft. I did. I grew a craft into a business, and as the business grew and grew, it just no longer was fun. They talk about doing things that bring you joy. It no longer brought me joy. It brought me so much stress, so much, my stuff is in my basement. And it's not a true basement. Like, I'm not like in the dark down here, but I was spending so much time down here. And I just felt like life was up there. Life was outside and I was down here in my basement. Or I was at the warehouse fulfilling orders at just odd hours where, sometimes I'm like, is it even safe that I'm here right now? And so I want to live more out there, not down here, but I do still love teaching. I love teaching. I love teaching others about embroidery. I love sharing the, knowledge that I've gained over the years. So I definitely plan to do that. And I'm excited about that. And then I'm excited to take the business side out of it. I've helped others start and grow their businesses. So I love that. I love that. I love hearing success stories. I love when people are like, oh, I've missed you. You helped me get started in embroidery. I love that. And so that's what I'm going to focus on. And I'm excited. I'm excited for this to be fun again, for it just to be a project here and there that I do and share with you, versus me trying to get 400 orders in, or showing you the how many sweatshirts I can get done in 24 hours. Like those kind of videos, they're gone. More so it's going to be, how do you embroider on a book bag? How do you embroider on a hat? And teaching you guys, and I would love to get your feedback on, certain things that you might like to see. And there'll be some fun little craft things here and there, because ultimately I do love to craft, and I hate that, the negativity that was, surrounding everything with embroidery, like took me out of the crafting world for a bit, like completely. Like, y'all, I haven't been to Hobby Lobby. I haven't been to a fabric store. I haven't bought thread. I mean, those used to be like I would be so giddy on days that I'd go to the fabric store, or when I would get an entire new order of thread in. Like those, were things that made me so excited. And I want to get back to that. I want to get back to loving crafts, because that is a big part of who I am. I love crafting. So I think one reason, again, why I wasn't coming down here, is because I still have so much to kind of get rid of. And I did a lot of sales into some mystery bags and whatnot to get rid of some of the leftover inventory. But now I've just got little one-offs. I'm like, do I throw them away? Do I donate them? Of course, I'm not gonna throw them away if it's donatable. Just trying to figure out, how do I rearrange this space to make it, a place I want to be in and love to be in. My kids are at an age where they're super busy. They don't necessarily need me as much as they used to because they're older, but I still want to be a part of things that they're doing. Just this week I went to a powder puff volleyball game that my son was playing in. I went to some of my oldest, his friends had their senior night volleyball game. I went to that. So just a lot of fun things. Two of my boys are playing football right now. So we've got football on Thursday nights, football on Friday nights. My middle son's playing lacrosse as well as football. So tonight we've got lacrosse practice, and he has tournaments coming up. And my youngest son's getting ready to start in a run club, and he does, training and whatnot. And we're doing tutoring for math. Woo! I gave him my math skills. Whew. Boo! Sorry, bud. And I have my puppy, who's definitely not a puppy any longer. But these are the things that I'm trying to like give all my time to, because I recognize the time that my kids are here in my home is getting shorter and shorter. I have a senior right now, so I'm kind of in all the feels with that. That's my dog Harbor. She must be in all the feels too. My senior son is the one that feeds her all the goodies. And we just got a report that she's 10 pounds overweight, so that's good. Stop. But I really have missed you guys. I've missed being able to just come down and chat. I've missed the interaction with folks. I've missed embroidery. I can say that now. Sometimes you have to step away from something for a while to realize that you do miss it. I've had 4 machines down here for a while that just have seen zero love. And they deserve that. They deserve to be turned on and to be run and to be making beautiful things again. So I'm excited. I'm excited to kind of do a little 360, 180. I never understand which number you're supposed to say when you're turn. It's 360, then you're right back to where you started. And I don't want to start back where I started. I want to take off in a new direction. So maybe we're going to go to the 75-degree angle, because that will take me somewhere different this time. But again, I'm excited. I wanted to pop on. People are like, when are you going to start selling blanks? Or I don't see the blanks for embroidery app anymore. Well, it's done. I've moved on. And again, I'm never going to say the word never. I just used the word never. That's a double negative, but maybe that's something I'll do again. But for the foreseeable future, it's not. And again, Etsy more than likely would be something that I could pick back up, just doing it at a smaller scale, and just very individualized, certain things, not 500 listings. But selling blanks, I do feel like, I feel like that ship has sailed. There's so many people that do it now, and we have the same suppliers. And so it's kind of like a race to see who can get the things out first. And then, multiple people are carrying the same things and whatnot. I still love, I have a Blanks for Embroidery Facebook page, and I love that. I'm no longer selling on that, but I do have others that sell on it frequently. So I feel like it's a great space for those that love embroidery to go and find blanks. There's availability for the people to post their pre-orders and sales post if they're featured. So I still am in the space of embroidery, and I see it every day in that group, because it's a pretty big group. But when it comes to, like I said, my Etsy shop and my blanks, those things are not even there. I even closed my business account for my embroidery. So because right now I'm just trying to go a different direction. What I say, I was going to go 75 degrees that way. But enough rambling. Obviously I've missed that part, right? Because I can ramble with the best of them. But I did. I wanted to pop on. I wanted you to, know that I'm still here. Just haven't been doing a lot of embroidery. And I wonder, are you? Y'all let me know in the comments. I would love to know, for the folks that have kind of been around since the beginning of Embroidery Nurse, how has your embroidery changed? Have you seen, a huge growth in what you're doing? Or are there some really big setbacks that you've experienced? Please let me know in the comments. I want to read those. I'll share those with y'all. Y'all read them in the comments. That's that. That's my update. So I hope y'all are doing well. I do think it's important to step back sometimes. Let me do it for real. Step back. Don't trip. To step back and analyze. And, I had to have someone on the outside help me kind of look at what I was doing, look at my numbers, and just recognize that, let's step back for a minute. Y'all probably know, if y'all followed me for years, I do work as a nurse in the summertime at a camp. And so I always kind of shut down for about a month and a half in the summer for that. And this time what happened is I shut down. I thought about it for that month and a half while I was at camp, and just never opened back up. So anyway, I love the, season that I'm in with my kids and my family. It's really cool having older kids that are still in the house. They haven't quite left yet. But they're older, and, just some of the deep conversations, or lack of, with some of them, that, I'm able to have, means a lot. And again, I love the season that we're in together. So please, in the comments, y'all let me know how y'all are doing in regards to your businesses. Are you just starting? did this one, video just pop up randomly for you, or have you been here all along and you've seen fluctuations, or you've stepped back, or you've picked up? Maybe you've picked up because the rest of us have stepped back a little bit. Have your sales increased? Have they decreased? Have you seen a change in Etsy and the environment? Have you, is it harder to find blanks, or is everyone selling them now? So you have, a ton of them, or have you started selling them yourself? I know a lot of people that, kind of were with me in the beginning are doing blanks themselves as well now. So, anyway, let me know in the comments. Sometimes when I'm just talking to myself here, I would love to have a two-way conversation and see how you're doing too. So you can do that in the comments. But be on the lookout. I'm kind of trying to make a calendar moving forward, of things that I'll share, things that will, embroidery projects that, will be more like teachable moments versus, watching me in my sales action. So I'm excited about it. I feel refreshed thinking about it. And I hope it will be something that you look forward to, moving forward. So hope y'all are having an amazing week. And sorry I've been silent for so long, but I felt really compelled today to just come down and share with you where I'm at right now. And I look forward to chatting with y'all in the comments and seeing you soon.